Everybody have been in a situation where they find themselves weak, where they find out that they can't seem to go on with whatever that motivated them in the earlier times. Of course, sometimes when you're pursuing your dreams, when you're going after what you love, sometimes you will have issues with moving ahead, with surging forward. Why? Because there are times called dry moments. These dry moments come, they don't come because you want them to come, neither do they take permission from you before coming. They just happen at some points in your life, some points during your seasons. And in this type of moment, you find yourself unwilling to go further with what you have been doing, with the things that have been placed in your hands, with your pursuit in life. Sometimes you may be weak and not willing to go forward. Why? Because of some kind of discouragement or some kind of setback in one area or the other. Now, I want to tell you what to do when you find yourself in this kind of situation. This kind of situation is what brings about people dropping their visions, people leaving their God-given dreams to pursue other things that they believe are greener pastures. So when you feel down and when you feel dry at some times, these are the 4 things I recommend strongly that you should do. Number 1, remind yourself of your why. Why did you get into that stuff in the first place? Why do you want to become a fashion designer? Why do you want to become who you said you want to become? Why do you want to be a writer? Why do you want to be the one motivating people? What triggered it? Ask yourself that question before you think of giving up, before you think of dropping the baton. I want you to know that you should have a why. You should know the reason why you started up that thing in the very first place. And I tell you, when you draw from that motivation, it's going to keep you going. In fact, your why is what keeps you faithful to your cause. When you find people being faithful in a particular area of their lives, when you find out that they are pursuing something with all their strength and all their might and everything in them, you find out that they have a reason attached to it. So what is your reason? What do you want to achieve? What is that particular thing that you want people to see about you? What do you want people around you to feel about you? What impacts do you want to make in your society? I believe that will keep you going, and only you know those things. Only you know the reason and the things you have in your mind that you want to achieve. So go ahead and do it. The second thing I recommend that you do in your dry moment is to go back to your wins, no matter how small they are, even if they are close to the ground surface. It's still something that you did. It's still something that you made to come to pass. Even if you're down, I want you to remember the things that you have achieved. What have you achieved in the past? Go through them. If you've written books in the past, go back, read those books and delve deeper into yourself and know the things that you have done before. Know the things that you were able to do. That can motivate you to go forward. I remember reading some of my write-ups, some of the things I wrote back when I was way younger, and they motivated me to keep moving forward, even when I didn't see any reason, even when I didn't see anything that motivated me to keep doing what I was doing. But man, I had to do them. Because I saw a light in me. You should see a light in yourself. When you see a light in yourself, that light will direct you to keep doing the very things that you love doing. So I want to encourage you, keep doing them. All right. Thirdly, if you are feeling dry, if you're just so exhausted, if you don't know what's happening, okay, the year just started and you are yet to pick up from where you stopped, you are yet to organize yourself. Hello, calm down, okay? What you have to do, thirdly, is to take a break. Just take a break. Ease your mind. Ease your mind of some of the things that you're thinking about, some of the things that you're thinking about so much. I'm not saying that you should become complacent when it comes to pursuing your goals. No, you should pursue them, but at a point when you feel that nothing is moving, I tell you, when you withdraw and take a break, you get more ideas concerning that very thing that you are pursuing. You should also keep your eyes on your goal. Keep your eyes on your goal, but sometimes learn to take a break. Learn to give yourself a break. Learn to draw back and take a fresh breath before continuing. All right, the first and the last thing I recommend that you do is to pray. Look, there's nothing that God cannot handle. There's no situation that God cannot handle. There's nothing that God cannot just shrink with his bare hands. So all you need to do is to pray. The Bible recorded in 1 Samuel 30 verse 6 that David encouraged himself in the Lord. David encouraged himself when his own men, the men that had followed him, when his own men were thinking of stoning him because of some circumstance that befell them, David encouraged himself in the Lord. And the only way to encourage yourself in the Lord is to pray. Go to God in prayer. Look, most times when I see things around me are not going really fine, or when I need something and that thing is not just coming forth the way I want it, I go to God in prayer, discuss it with God. I call it a discussion. It's meant to be a discussion. Okay, it's not meant to be a communication that is coming from just one end. It's meant to be both parties communicating with each other. So discuss it, talk about it with God, pray in tongues, pray in the Holy Spirit. And I believe that when you do this, automatically things are going to change for you. Things are going, look, we are still in the early part of this year. We are still in the beginning of this year. Tomorrow is going to be Sunday, so you still have a whole lot of time ahead of you, and I recommend this for you for continuing in this year. Thank you very much. My name is Favor Adeze, and if you like the content that you're listening to, I would like you to like this video and to subscribe.